All right, for our last one, we're going to make a point of concurrency out of altitudes. Just like if you were doing the altitude of a plane, an altitude shows how high or how tall your triangle is. So we're going to start with side CB on the ground, and we're going to show the height from point A. So take your ruler, and we have to, if we're going to show height, we have to have a right angle. Like if I drew a line from A to here, that doesn't show me how tall it is. It's got to be straight down. And in math, when you're going straight down, it's got to make a right angle. So take this bottom part of your ruler. Remember, you don't want it to be lined up like this. You want it lined up exactly with side CB. So I'm going to line it up so it sits exactly on side CB. And I'm going to make sure it goes through my point A right there. And I'm going to draw my altitude, which is a line that goes from this vertex, and it's going to come down to this side and make a right angle. And that shows how tall my triangle is to point A. So that is called an altitude. Okay, now I'm going to turn it so that AC is now on the ground, and I want to see how tall my triangle is to point B. So I'm going to take my ruler and line it up again so that it makes a right angle. Make sure it goes through point B, and then draw that altitude. Might need to move it over a little bit because it didn't exactly go through point B. And then I'm going to draw my right angle. And there's my altitude showing the height from point B. And then you're going to turn it so that side AB is on the ground, and you want to figure out the height with C. So make sure it's lined up so it's exactly your right angle down here. Make sure this is lined up straight. And draw that right angle. Now if you do this perfect, and you can see mine's not exactly perfect, but if you did this perfectly, these three lines would all hit in exactly the same spot. And that is our point of concurrency, and that point of concurrency is called the orthocenter. So the orthocenter is our last point of concurrency, and it's made by the altitudes. And you should remember OA are the last two letters in your poem. Okay? We'll come back and we're going to learn about some more properties about each one of these triangles next. The orthocenter honestly doesn't have anything special about it. I truly don't know why we need to use the orthocenter in real life. I have researched it, I have asked, I have emailed, and I can't find a use for it. So there's no real reason to know orthocenter except that you guys need to know the orthocenter is the point of concurrency that's formed by the altitudes. All right, and I want you to take this paper and go to page 60 in your ISN. Put a small piece of tape right here and tape this on page 60 in your ISN. Remember, don't use glue because you are going to be putting something underneath this.